looks, but 26-2 runs, we've seen how many times, John, turn into tight ball games later.
That's true. You can't always predict that.
But off to a great start, Tommy Amaker's Michigan Wolverines.
Foul called inside on the scramble for the rebound. Number 2 on John DeGroat. It's 80-46. Panthers were up 49-25 at halftime. As you said, we're going to be interested to see how they played the second half. They maintained the same level of play and intensity that they had to start the ballgame.
Not that they needed to answer any of my questions. I'm not the guy they have to please as Jamie Dixon, their head coach. But that question was answered emphatically the way the Panthers came out of the dressing room to begin the second half.
Now, Cilk McSweeney has made 3 3-pointers, but he has missed 3 free throws. We've had 35 fouls in this game. And finally drains one. He's got double figures at 10. Just the second in double figures for the Nittany Lions. Gary Claxton leading the way with 11 points. Now Fields will run the offense. Here's Young, DeGroat. Interesting mix. They work the young guys in with the older players. Fields picked up by Walker. Starts a move on him. Then finds Graves. Long 3-pointer. Rims out. Biggs fouled on the putback. Bogatic will pick up his second foul, and Biggs will go to the line.
I like your observation about how they're mixing the lineups, talking about the Pitt Panthers. I think it's twofold. One, Jamie Dixon is trying to find his rotations, who he wants to play with in what situation. And number 2, you want to continue to mix and match because you never know when fouls, injuries, other situations are cropped into your conference play, and you're going to have guys on the floor that you didn't expect to have to play together. Try and get them comfortable playing with all combinations now so that later on it's not a shock to their system. They look up and go, oh my God, we don't have this guy. We have to find a way to play together.
Well, they have used 11 different guys this afternoon, and some of them have gotten significant minutes. So that's got to be a plus down the road.
Most guys will grade out well in this game in terms of coming off the bench and giving them productivity.
Thrown away, saved by Bogatic. Obradovic has checked into the lineup. That's a miss, a bad miss into the hands of DeGroat. Nikola Bogatic is in the ball game. Young for 3. He drilled that one from the corner. Sam Young with 11.
He's had a terrific day, offensively and defensively.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he can be as acrobatic inside and still shoot threes, he's got a pretty good upside, I would say.
It makes it very difficult when you scout the team and you go back and tell your head coach, where he says, what about Young? Oh, athletic as heck inside. Okay, good, we'll play that way. No, he steps out and shoots the 3 too, coach. Now what?
He becomes the 5th Panther player in double figures as the foul goes on John DeGroat. 3:21 to play. Panthers in control.
You've put in the hard work and preparation. Now block out the pressure. Stay focused. Execute the plan. At Oppenheimer Funds, we believe that sticking to your objectives is one of the principles that can help you achieve financial success. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing.
Your guide to the all-new Hyundai Sonata. With the government's highest crash safety rating and standard safety features like 6 airbags, electronic stability control, and active front head restraints. Plus, award-winning quality backed by America's best warranty. All for $4,500 less than Accord. The all-new Hyundai Sonata. Nicely equipped at $17,995. It's a Hyundai like you've never seen before. Test drive the fuel-efficient all-new Hyundai Sonata, starting at just $17,995.
This week on FSN's Pro Football Preview. Get the stories only our insiders have.
This team right now is shell-shocked.
With up-to-the-minute breaking news.
I would like to apologize.
And expert analysis.
You can't gauge passion, let him play if he wants to.
Interviews that take you inside the locker room.
I got the whole package. I can do whatever.
The weekly preview show that can't be missed. FSN Pro Football Preview. Sunday on FSN.
The best in Penguins hockey is on FSN Pittsburgh. Every Saturday night, Penguins fans turn to the Edzo Show. See what happens when Stan Savran sits down with Penguins head coach Eddie Cilk for an exclusive inside look at the Pens.
It's going to take some time, but I really believe in what we're trying to do.
From game strategies to behind-the-scenes action, this is the show built for Penguins fans. Don't miss the Edzo Show every Saturday, only on FSN Pittsburgh, where Penguins fans come first.
Peterson Event Center has been a great home for the University of Pittsburgh. They're about to go 34-1 in this building against non-conference opponents, and overall improve their record to 54-5 as they have dominated Penn State for the 5th year in a row. And they made no mistake about it. They jumped on Ed DeChellis' team right off the bat when they came out of the locker room here this afternoon.
And frankly, if you're going to be a good team, that's what you have to do against a team that you should be, and that you are better than. The worst thing you can do is go out there and flounder around a little bit, let them hang around, and then you never know what happens at the end of a ball game.
That's true. That's kind of been one of the knocks on this team this year, is that they just have not really played with a lot of enthusiasm. And of course, the problem for the team last year was what you talked about, the inability to finish ball games. They would get down to the last 2 minutes, and even though they were senior dominated, they would make mistakes, and it cost them.
Many people commented about Pitt's early season schedule is not as tough as what has been the norm around here recently. I think it's been an ideal schedule for this team. Trying to learn a new identity, trying to find their way, give them some experience, some optimism, some wins early. 11 of their first 13 will be right here at the Pete. One road game was 2 miles away at Duquesne.
That's right. That's not really a road trip at all.
The next road trip becomes a game at South Carolina. Shot clock at 8. Dave Odom's South Carolina team. Always tough. Not easy to go to Columbia. That'd be a good experience for the Pitt Panther team to go on the road and play an SEC team.
Well, then they come right back here on New Year's Eve and play a good Wisconsin team. So that will be the test. A miss point blank underneath by Doyle Hudson, who was hoping to join the scoring parade. Everybody has been part of it for the Panthers this afternoon. Bogatic against Biggs. Good move, good shot. Where's that been all afternoon?
I think Ed DeChellis will ask him that in the film. Milos, I need more of that earlier.
Where was that? 85-51. Graves off the front of the iron. Bogatic the rebound. Here's Walker. I'll tell you one thing, Mike Walker getting the start in the absence of Ben Luber has played his heart out this afternoon.
He has. It won't show up in the stat sheet, but you're exactly right. Every possession, he's played hard.
He bounces it off the foot of a Pitt defender.
It's been that kind of an afternoon for Mike Walker.
And Graves will just lay it home. He's got 9. And they already have 5 players in double figures, less than 2 minutes to go. And the fans standing and cheering because some of the little men who don't play much are about to come into this game. That won't go off the glass, and back the other way comes Levance Fields. Bowman's 3 on the way. Air ball. Picked up by Walker. Back comes Penn State. Missed the layup. Milos Bogatic cannot finish. Fields keeps his dribble. Foul line jumper, good. So he joins the parade. He has scored.